This is the group. It's public. It's called EPICURE Bankruptcy. There were only 599 people in this group the last time I checked. It's a place for people that were involved in the MLM scam, the Canadian one called EPICURE. They're trying to figure out what to do next. They're here to rant. Most of them don't know that they were in an MLM scam. They think that was a legitimate business. People are waking up. People are figuring out like what they want to do next. They really like their spices and their spice blends. Now, apparently somebody in this group tagged a co-founder of another MLM scam. And the name of this scam is called Youngevity. She comes in with her husband like a bulldozer, posts pictures of herself and her husband, and she talks incessantly about herself. It's like she's painting herself as a victim, but she's like a co-founder of a company and comes in and just insults people. It's wild. Also, she doubles down on defending the guy who started this company, which he is a complete quack. He says that cancer is self-inflicted, that birth defects are caused by malnutrition, and Alzheimer's is physician-caused. You can't even make this shit up. This is a multi-level marketing company that is trying to recruit. They're so desperate to try to recruit people that they've like infiltrated this public group of 599 people that are just trying to pick up the pieces after what has happened with EPICURE. How desperate do you have to be when you have this much time on your hands to write these lengthy posts? Your mind is going to be blown. I don't think Youngevity is doing very well. They do describe themselves as the graveyard of MLMs, which I think is an accurate description. I don't think this company is doing very well. I think this might be foreshadowing. Hopefully it's foreshadowing for all of MLMs. This behavior is nuts. And along with all of this is I need to mention this just to acknowledge the landscape of which this is currently occurring in, which is this was a Canadian multi-level marketing company, but they also had victims in the US. That's important to acknowledge. Youngevity is a US multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. Now, in this climate where we have I was going to say a trifecta, but there's actually 4 big things that need to be acknowledged because what's going on right now is informing people's decisions about whether they're going to continue to purchase products or join a multi-level marketing scam. I wish that they would just avoid all multi-level marketing scams, whatever country they're in, because corruption and fraud is corruption and fraud no matter where you are. However, there's a lot that come from the US, and Youngevity is one of them. They're insulting Canadians. It's really bad. The first presentation Zoom call, one of the guys, I don't know what his role is, sales manager or whatever. This has no bearing. If you're trying to like get people into your company, why on earth would you say so flippantly, well, the US would win a trade war with Canada? Do you think that will make Canadians rush to join your company? It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you've heard. Do you think that is insulting to a potential customer? Do you think that will make anybody in their right mind that is living in Canada want to sign up with Youngevity? I'm just asking. It's a rhetorical question. The current climate in Canada right now, we're at the beginning and it's intense of a federal election. We have the threat, the imposition, and the revocation of tariffs, all kinds of tariffs. We have the Canadian response of reciprocal tariffs. We have threats, jokes made from the previous Prime Minister of Canada being called the governor, and then Canada being referred to as the 51st state. And then finally, we have this massive movement of a lot of Canadians choosing to just purchase Canadian products wherever they can. I mean, it's impossible. You can't be like completely, we're all connected. But going out of their way to support Canadian businesses, which has been really cool because there's been a lot of Canadian businesses that nobody even really knew about. So this is going on at the same time, if you think of it. So how tone deaf and blind would you have to be to blunder in to people that are from Canada, and this is what you have to offer? Like, it's so insensitive. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great because it's waking people up and it's chasing them away from multi-level marketing companies. I want it to happen with all MLMs, like I said. I want them to be out of Canada as well. However, I think it's just hilarious that this is going on right now, that they're so stupid. This Youngevity company is so completely stupid that they're really doing damage to their company. And I'm here to watch it all. This is the first comment where Michelle Wallach invites herself into the group. I'm not sure if I should be sad or happy to have been, quote, tagged, end quote, in this group for one reason or another. Hopefully my purpose in being tagged was so that I could help as many as possible understand, or in the very least allow you to consider, quote, the flip side of the pancake, end quote. To start with, here is some personal history. I am one of the original co-founders of Youngevity. I am first and foremost the wife to an amazing man who truly is an incredible partner to do life with. Picture of Steve and I below. I have never been bored a single day since meeting him. We are celebrating 35 years of marriage in June. I am the mother of 3 sons, 2 currently in school and 1 who is grown and thriving. I'm a pup mom to some Frenchies and an old English bulldog named Lulu. And I am the CEO of Youngevity. I have to admit, I truly hate that title, as I consider everyone at YGY to be my equal, and I am a huge proponent that everyone have a voice in the decisions we make together. I have a lot of team meetings, and there is always a vote of some kind taking place. Their voice and your voice matters to me. My family started our company out of necessity in 1997. Prior to that, we too were once successful distributors like many of you. We unfortunately were in a company that had some bad people running the accounting department, in a nutshell. And ultimately, we were forced out and the company closed. We vowed as a family to protect our future customers and distributors in a new company we would start, because what we went through, we never wanted to see happen again to another human being. That was 28 plus years ago, and we are still here today, still trying to help as many as we can. I have read some pretty crazy comments tonight, and I'll be happy to address directly in the comments below as many questions as I possibly can. The bankruptcy courts have not notified us if our bid to acquire any part EPICURE has been accepted. We are hoping to hear soon. We put this bid in at the plea of many EPICURE distributors who asked us for our help. We did not seek EPICURE out. We are not trying to steal or take anything that was once sacred to you. My husband has a heart of gold. He rolled up his sleeves when we first got the calls, and we went to work on seeing how we could help. To say that the bankruptcy of EPICURE is complicated is an understatement. To be verbally upset that we did not put a bid in for the manufacturing equipment or the crops of the facilities, it simply was too big of a chunk for us to immediately acquire. We also know of others bidding for those exact items and did not feel we could outbid them. We followed the bankruptcy administrator's advice and rules. It's that simple. There is no alternative motive. We do not have evil hearts and souls, as a few expressed. It's a complicated business transaction that has an entire team trying to maneuver through in the hopes of helping all of you. We are very aware of your clean and healthy product line. It is very much in alignment with our values and philosophies and our own products. We are aware that you are anti-plastic jars and a few other things. We have no intentions of changing any of your beliefs or packaging should we in any way be awarded any part of EPICURE from the courts. We are not going to forcefully take the brand, quote, EPICURE, end quote, should we lose the bid. I'm not sure why that is being expressed on this page, but that rumor is simply not true. Great news. We have been doing business in Canada for 28 plus years. We have offices around the world. We have had offices at one time or another in Canada. And though we don't have a need for a physical office there today, we have Canadian banking, Canadian shipping, and Canadian-made products being manufactured there. We absolutely want to avoid as many tariffs as possible and made the decision to not raise prices to any of our customers in Canada receiving orders from the US. It simply would not be fair to them. We also have offices in Guadalajara, Mexico, New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, and a few other countries. Please know, I absolutely hate the rift our politicians have caused between our two countries. I simply pray you do not hold Youngevity personally responsible for the decisions our governments are making. Our goal is to go forth with business and not harm our customers. Please feel free to speak openly and ask anything you would like. I vow to give you an honest answer, even if it may be something you don't want to hear or something I wish I didn't have to say. You can ask me about other companies that have come under our roof products that you have questions about, you can ask historical questions or questions about the future. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you and do my best to get you the answer. I promise you, I never pretend to know if I don't know. I stick to what I'm good at, and that's finding the answer for you. I'm sorry this post is so long. I'm even more sorry for the pain your hearts are going through. I can honestly say I have been there and experienced your hurt and felt the anger many of you are feeling. My goal is to at least set a few things straight as we take this journey together and navigate the future. XXXOOO Michelle Wallach. And then she posts this obnoxious picture of her and her husband together in this group. I mean, it's just the stupidest thing. Here are some of the comments. I'm not going to show you all of them, but these are ones I think you're going to find pretty interesting. So somebody posts this. They say, and they tag Michelle Wallach and Steve Wallach, these two co-founders of this company, that had something bad happen in their accounting department. I wonder what that was about. That sounds suspicious. This is one of the many, quote, rumors, end quote, you say are being spread about Youngevity, yet here it is. Plenty of videos and Zoom calls are saying the same thing. So what this person is posting is this. Somebody that has been involved in EPICURE says, new beginning for the products you love. I'm thrilled to share that Youngevity is stepping in to bring the products back. Production is expected to start at the end of March. And even better, the products will be, quote, made in Canada, end quote, at a Canadian production plant. This partnership will help bring jobs back to both Canadian and American ambassadors. Food items should start returning in April, May. Youngevity also already offers them. They list like these products that they offer. So this person that was in EPICURE, I guess that they've gone into Youngevity, is giving incorrect information, saying that Youngevity is bringing the products back. The products are going to be made in Canada and that they're going to be here in April or May. But now you've got the co-founders that are saying, well, there's rumors and this is just not true. So then why? They know who these people are, because these co-founders have enough time in their day to muscle their way into a Facebook group that has 599 people in it and to spend a lot of time answering questions, creating responses. They know who this person is. They could take action. So I wonder if they've terminated this person from Youngevity. I wonder if they've terminated everybody that has come over from EPICURE that was at the top of the pyramid scheme that's posting similar posts on Facebook or hosting Zoom calls, spreading this incorrect information. Or if at some point maybe they were told in another Facebook group or another Zoom call that this was going on, but you can't find that information publicly. So then it's always the participant's fault. There's a lot of confusion here. But this person posts this evidence saying, well, you say that they're rumors, but they're not rumors because I have this. This is being posted. This isn't just me making this up. This is happening. So then another person says, I'd love to hear your response to this. Now, she never does respond to that. But then you have somebody, this is sad when you see participants just ingratiating themselves to scammers, to another MLM scam. They feel like so honored that somebody from another multi-level marketing company has so graciously given their time, and she's just lying. I mean, this woman is saying, like, supports Dr. Wallach's work that cancer is self-inflicted. I mean, if there's anything that you could take away from that alone, this Youngevity, is that it's built on the foundation that cancer is self-inflicted. If you really like the products of this company, or you even really like the people, you are going to have an extremely difficult time convincing people that cancer is self-inflicted. And when they find out that Youngevity is based on this ideology, they're going to want to have nothing to do with you or the company or the products. And that's just the reality. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like the way I'm presenting this information, but you are going to encounter this. And I think you know this, that this is particularly egregious and insulting to maintain that cancer is something that you created and you deserve. You could watch Netflix, apple cider vinegar, Even better yet, you could watch Australia's 60 Minutes where they talk about Belle Gibson pretending to have cancer. Then when people who actually have cancer, what they go through, and then you have this ridiculous doctor who was a vet, who's a veterinarian, saying that cancer is self-inflicted. You cut through the nonsense and get to the heart of the issue. And that is what this company is based on. Cancer can be cured by taking Youngevity products. Now you can say, well, now we've moved in. Our company is so good. As a family, we need to stand together. And we had bad things happen in our accounting department. And we also picked up, Black Oxygen Organics, another now defunct Canadian multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. And now we're here to help you. We just want to help. My husband just rolled up his sleeves. We for sure, absolutely 100% didn't approach anybody in EPICURE. They actually came to us. We got to make that really clear for some reason. And at the same time, cancer is self-inflicted. Give me a break. Get away from this company. This is a scam. They're manipulating you. They're lying to you. And I know you're looking for answers, and I know you're on your way to deprogram, but the answers that you are looking for, you are not going to find coming out of the mouths of people that say cancer is self-inflicted. You know better than this. Get away from these people. Save your money. Get into therapy if therapy is an option for you. I wish I had of sooner than I thought, I've been through so much in my life. I don't need to do this. Save the money that you would be pumping into EPICURE or Youngevity and get to see a therapist if you can. All right. Thank you for speaking up, Michelle. There is always more to the story. And though all our hearts were broken with the sudden closing of EPICURE, we all need to remain positive and seek out opportunities that are the best fit for each of us. I enjoyed meeting you in Victoria and hearing your story, which was so familiar to so many of us. I am looking forward to the future with Youngevity, although I am nervous due to the current political climate. I personally don't hold American citizens accountable for your current administration. However, many of us are supporting our country by not purchasing any American brands. Traveling to the USA may become more difficult soon as well. How this all affects us, only time will tell. Everything is uncertain right now, and misinformation just fuels the fire. I'm glad to see you here speaking your truth. She maintains that cancer is self-inflicted. This is an outright lie. This is dangerous medical disinformation. And I am appalled. I am disgusted that these people held some kind of event in Victoria, British Columbia, trying to recruit people into this thing. People that are involved in multi-level marketing scams, they are mostly really good people. They don't see what they're a part of. And you can see it in that person's response. Thank you so much for coming here. And it was wonderful meeting you. It was so great hearing your story. What is her story? Her victim story. She's a co-founder of this MLM scam where over 99% of people must lose. She knows exactly what's going on here and has no problem repeating these disgusting things, insulting people. Genetic birth defects are the fault of malnutrition. Let's hear, as a reminder for people who didn't watch my video about EPICURE and the fallout from that, here's Steve Wallach. This is the founder, the originator of Youngevity, and his takes. And this is who Michelle Wallach defends.
Well, high blood pressure is a very common disease. It is not genetically transmitted. It's a simple acquired disease. In most cases, it's caused by a mineral deficiency, and you take the complete set of minerals, all 90 essential nutrients with a complete spectrum of minerals, and in most cases, the blood pressure will begin.
That's Youngevity's. I'm just so angered that people in multi-level marketing companies are being conned this way. And this is the company. This is Youngevity. This is the person, Youngevity's founder. Dr. Wallach, a veterinarian and naturopathic doctor, founded American Longevity Corporation around 1997, which eventually became Youngevity. While Dr. Wallach doesn't hold any management position with the company, he serves on the company's scientific advisory board and licenses to Youngevity the rights to use his name and likeness, meaning Youngevity pays Dr. Wallach so it can use his name and picture for marketing purposes. His son, Steve Wallach, is the new CEO, who also features in this group of 599 people. Dr. Wallach has ties to another MLM that truthandadvertising.org has investigated, New Vision, and its successor company, Vima. Do you remember Vima? It was sued by the FTC for making inappropriate disease treatment claims. Specifically, in the late 1990s, New Vision distributors promoted a free audio tape entitled Dead Doctors Don't Lie, which contained a speech by Dr. Wallach. On the tape, Dr. Wallach claimed that almost all health problems are the result of mineral deficiencies and promoted mineral supplements manufactured by New Vision as a panacea for the listener's ailments. If I mispronounced that word, I apologize. The FTC used this tape as evidence against New Vision for making inappropriate health claims. Yet, Dr. Wallach continues to make outrageous health claims, like I mentioned earlier, about cancer being a self-inflicted disease. Birth defects are very worrisome. Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease. And the way to prevent all of these diseases, according to Dr. Wallach, is take Youngevity. So not cure, but I misquoted truthandadvertising.org's article here, was the way to prevent all of these diseases is to take Youngevity. So if you do remember Vima, you could look up Vima on YouTube here. You can look up Vima, just Google it and find out what happened with Vima. Another scam, another pyramid scheme. And a lot of people from that went on to other MLM pyramid schemes. This is Youngevity, and it's really important for you to see this. I know that you could really love the products and you really believe that maybe this person is really kind. How do you think people get scammed? A long con. People build trust. People appear to be very convincing and kind and friendly and compassionate. You wouldn't be conned otherwise. They need to present that fake front to recruit you. They will do and say anything. And you're going to be linking arms with this company where the foundation of this rests on these ridiculous beliefs, these insulting beliefs of people that have had children, their loved ones that have had these issues. And you're going to be looking them in the eye and telling them, what, you're a hater because your son died of cancer? Well, you should have been treating that or preventing that with Youngevity. Give me a break. You know this sounds ridiculous. And I know that many of you are going to be waking up from this, and then you're going to be feeling, how did I not see this? It's like, oh no, oh my God, this is so horrible. I know. Waking up from these things, shame is a necessary part of it. It's embedded into this. It's meant to keep us in. It's meant to keep us from questioning. It's part of it, but you're not alone. There's so many of us out here exposing what these things are. It's not just about the people being hurt by multi-level marketing companies outside of this. It's you. It's the participants that we're out here like screaming across the abyss. It's like you're in a burning house. And I know you think like I'm angry, I'm a hater, you don't like that I swear, whatever it is, you don't like that I've got like boobs McBooberson going on, whatever it is, we're still, so many of us out here imperfectly trying to do what we can to reach you. This is true, like women empowering women, because we know what the fallout is from having been involved in these things ourselves and realizing, oh my God, I was part of this company. I had no idea that this guy believed this. And I'm trying to recruit my grandmother, my dad, my sister, my brother, my neighbor. I made a fool of myself. Oh my God. And it feels crushing. It feels like the world's closing in on you. You start to leave. You start to realize what I've been part of. And you think, maybe this company can be changed. And then you realize, no, it's all companies. And then you realize, wait, but why are these companies allowed to exist? And then it's like your head is spinning. It's so much. And we're all out here just trying to help you learn that you're not alone and to encourage you to get out, stop purchasing these products and to heal. And that's why my videos can go on at length too, because I feel like I need to just encourage you to keep thinking and then get out of these things. All right, but you need to see this, and your customers are going to need to see this too. Your friends and family are going to come across this. They're going to see that you're involved in Youngevity, and they're going to see that, oh, there's angry people out there saying negative things about me. I don't look on the internet. Oh, on YouTube, anybody can say anything on YouTube. The founder of your company is saying these things. You need to square that, not me. Cancer is self-inflicted. Genetic defects are caused by malnutrition, and Alzheimer's is a physician thing disease. What did they say? A physician-caused disease. So your friends and family and your neighbors and co-workers, they're going to be looking at you like you're fucking crazy. And it might be enough to get through to you. I want to see you get out of this. This is dangerous. This is wrong. And you know this is wrong. I know you believe in multi-level marketing. I know that you love the products. Maybe you have tried some Youngevity products, but this is what you're getting involved in. This isn't healthy. This isn't safe.
The drop. And blood pressure is one of those nice things. As your blood pressure drops, you can monitor yourself, keep a log, keep track of your own blood pressure. And as the blood pressure drops, you can wean yourself off your medications. On occasion, if people have what we would call kidney failure, you can also cause high blood pressure because the kidneys will release a hormone called renin, R-E-N-I-N, which drives the blood pressure up, trying to drive more blood through the small block blood vessels that result in high blood pressure. So what do we do for high blood pressure? We like to give the 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids. And in case there's a circulation problem contributing to this, I like to throw in the ultimate daily tablets. And this will support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries and also support healthy blood pressure.
So which company is he selling for now? Is this, oh wait, yeah, no, we're back. We've fast forwarded where this is for Youngevity. It's funny, all these things. What do you do? Oh, just buy our multi-level marketing products. This is ridiculous.
Don't forget to give up the inflammatory foods, fried foods, processed meats, things like deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna. You have to give up gluten and oils. No olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarine, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils.
Arthritis is next.
Arthritis is a very common degenerative disease. It is certainly not genetically transmitted in any way, shape, or form. I'd say 90% of arthritis begins as osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, degenerative arthritis, and really gets bad when you get to the bone-to-bone arthritis point. There is a secondary type of arthritis called rheumatoid arthritis, which is an infection with a bug called mycoplasma. You can cure rheumatoid arthritis in 2 weeks with an antibiotic called minocycline. Kills the bug very quickly, and then you do have the residual damage. And the residual damage of rheumatoid arthritis and the other forms of degenerative arthritis, I like to use the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, all 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids. There's a special emphasis on what we call glucogel as part of the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. And for an average adult, I like 15 a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's designed to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, and bone itself.
Diabetes is next.
Diabetes is a very interesting degenerative disease of the blood sugar system. It has nothing to do with genetics. It is not genetically transmitted. We've known for 70 years that it's a simple mineral deficiency disease. And regardless,
did you know that diabetes is a simple mineral deficiency disease? Thank goodness for Youngevity, actively recruiting participants that are stranded from EPICURE. Diabetes, this is fantastic news. It's just a mineral deficiency.
Regardless of age, type 2 diabetes, which makes up 98% of the diabetic population, I would get them on all 90 essential nutrients, 60 essential minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential.
Well, he keeps saying the exact same thing over and over again. 90 essential nutrients and 3 essential fatty acids. Every single thing. This is reality. This is going on right now. This is the end of March 2025. And we've got this company that is going after people that have been they're confused right now. They're vulnerable because they're confused. They don't even know what the definition of a pyramid scheme is. They think that there's no way they could have been a part of one. There's no way they could have been a part of a commercial cult. They would know, just like we all say. And you've got clowns like this spewing this ridiculous nonsense that your diabetes and your arthritis, what else is going to infertility with Youngevity's products. Your friends and family are going to come across this. I've linked it in the description below. They can go right to truthandadvertising.org's website. They're going to see Michelle Wallach's comment saying he's an incredible doctor. Truthandadvertising.org, pshaw. That's all you've got? No, all we've got is this clown making these ridiculous claims, peddling nonsense to vulnerable people who are looking for a cure and are looking for help. And he's been involved in other pyramid schemes before. This company is a fucking joke. You need to see this because this is going to wake you up. This is absolutely revolting.
Amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and throw in what we call the secret sauce sweeties. And it has the minerals that are missing when you have type 2 diabetes. You take the supplement program, 1 per 100 pounds per body weight, 1 bottle per month per 100 pounds of body weight. That's
Easy.
3 a
Easy
day
as
per
that.
100 pounds of body weight. And you take your fasting blood sugar each morning before you medicate yourself. And as your blood sugar drops, you reduce your medication as you've been taught to do by your doctor. When your blood sugar gets below 100 without medication for a week in a row, you're able to just drop back to where you're taking a fasting blood sugar once or twice a week to kind of keep tabs on it. But it is not a genetically transmitted disease, easily remedied.
Diabetes is easily remedied. So we have this that's just out here. Now you want to ask yourself too, why isn't this being cracked down upon? How on earth is Youngevity allowed to recruit Canadians right now? Are you kidding me? Is this in your presentation anywhere? Or is it just saying, I don't know why there's all these horrible comments saying we have an evil heart. What I see going on right now is evil. This is purposefully lying to people and misleading them, trying to prey on the most vulnerable. So somebody that is looking for what? Infertility, arthritis, you're just named. I mean, we're not even halfway through this video. Diabetes. All they have to do is sign up with Youngevity. Are you kidding me? Why isn't anything being done? Excellent question. I'd go back to truthandadvertising.org and I'd send this video. I'd send it to Canada Competition Bureau, Canadian Anti-Fraud Center, Health Canada. Contact your member of parliament. There is an election going on right now. If you can talk to someone, find out what can you help us get rid of these multi-level marketing pyramid schemes. This is a danger to us. And I know Canadians we've got a lot of corrupt people here, corrupt multi-level marketing companies. However, this is a hell of an opportunity right now. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity right now. All of the suns are colliding. It's like they're all going up into the one spot, like on, what the hell is it called? Dark crystal. Ooh, all those things. And then the Skeksis and the Gelflings. It's like it's all happening right now. We could draw attention to this one pyramid scheme anyway. And who knows? It could get the ball rolling and we could get rid of all these things or create enough public awareness that they might pull a Washington, the state of Washington, where paparazzi they can only sell products. They can't have the business opportunity anymore. That would be great. I mean, who knows? Back to Dr. Wallach.
Obesity is not a genetically transmitted disease. It is certainly not lack of exercise or eating too much. It's actually a simple mineral deficiency. You take the 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and we like to throw in an accelerator we call ASAP, 1 dropper full under your tongue, 30 minutes before each meal. If you need to lose more than 50 pounds, I would actually have you take a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes before each meal and a second dropper full under your tongue 15 minutes before each meal, and you'll begin to lose up to half a pound to 2 pounds a day. This is a simple mineral deficiency disease, has nothing to do with exercise, has nothing to do with eating too much. Eating too much is a symptom of these mineral deficiencies.
Oh, we're still going. Infertility. Here we go.
Well, infertility is a very simple problem. I've gotten more women pregnant than Solomon. Okay, it's a very simple disease. This almost always involves...
Well, there you go. Dr. Wallach has gotten more women pregnant than Solomon. This is absolutely fucking disgusting. This is your company. This is Youngevity. You know, it doesn't even matter how much that you like these products. This information is only going to be shared to more and more people. You might not come across this video until like a few months. Usually there's that lag. You know, sometimes there's like an uptick. People get really mad right away, especially from the particular multi-level marketing company, all angry, being all defensive. Then sometimes there's like a wave, though. It's like a few months later, they realize, oh shit, the word is out. People are actually exposing this nonsense. I mean, do you think this is what you wanted to sign up for if you're coming out of EPICURE? Really? You were on TikTok selling spice mixes, showing how good it was? Your neighbor liked to buy your stir fry, and then they're going to find out you've signed up with this company? You know better than this. Get out. Otherwise, he could get you pregnant too. So disgusting. This is so disgusting. Ugh.
Gluten intolerance, so that the mother cannot absorb nutrients. It requires an enormous amount of nutrients, just like going through puberty. To get pregnant and have a good pregnancy, you need to have all 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and a gluten-free diet. Maximize nutrition. One of the things you have to be concerned with are women who get pregnant and then have miscarriages early on and even in middle pregnancy. This is not infertility because a woman can get pregnant, but they do have a gluten intolerance and can't maintain the pregnancy because they cannot absorb nutrients. It's imperative that all women who have an infertility problem or have a miscarriage problem must be on a gluten-free diet.
How many people has this man insulted, alienated, and just repelled already? But we're not even halfway through this video. We've got more. This is the company that is being so transparent and kind and generous and compassionate to you. How gracious are they? I hope you start to see through this nonsense. Oh, ADHD and autism. Great.
ADD, ADHD are certainly not caused by vaccinations. You can throw in autism into the mix here. ADD, ADHD, and autism are all nutritional deficiencies, sometimes of the embryo. The embryo...
You thought, oh my God, he might be saying something of value. Oh no, it's actually caused from mineral deficiencies. Fortunately, we can treat and prevent these with our 90 essential nutrients. He says the exact same thing. And he adds like a new product in here and there. This is unbelievable.
Can be born as a little human being with autism and ADD and ADHD to varying degrees, including some variations on fetal alcohol syndrome, fetal drug syndrome, and so forth. It could be pharmaceuticals, prescription drugs, as well as street drugs. And then, of course, there are babies that are born perfectly normal, but then acquire ADD and ADHD and autism because of malnutrition.
They acquire it due to malnutrition. So now you're going to be where? At a coffee shop. You're going to be at Tim Hortons and you're going to see your friend. Meet me there. I can't wait to tell you about this new business opportunity. And you're going to bring this in. You're going to say, oh, well, fortunately, Youngevity has our 90 for life with our 90 essential nutrients. Youngevity has taken the 90 for life nutrients needed to thrive and created in the high. Oh my God. They'll be asking you, wait, isn't this that guy, that Dr. Wallach guy? And you're going to be making excuses. You're going to be standing behind him. He's a veterinarian and a naturopathic doctor. And everything he is claiming cures everything or treats it is the exact same protocol, which is his ridiculous MLM company's products. I don't even know if this guy is still alive or not. This is so revolting.
A big thing you have to appreciate is that our baby formulas, including Gerber's and Infamil and Similac, have less than 20% of the nutrients that are necessary for a healthy growing person. And we have to supplement these babies before they're conceived, all through the pregnancy they're developed in, from the moment they're born. You cannot depend solely on commercial formulas our natural foods.
Depression. Yay.
There's a whole battery of diseases that afflict the brain.
What do you think he's going to recommend? Okay, let's just make a wager here. What do you think he's going to recommend about depression? Do you think it's going to be a mineral deficiency? It's a wild guess. I don't know. I think I might be really going out on a limb here. I think it might be. I'm gonna take the plunge. I'm gonna say it's probably due to mineral deficiency, but fortunately, Youngevity can treat it. Let's just see what he says.
Talking about depression, manic depression, bipolar disease, schizophrenia. And these diseases are all what a psychologist or psychiatrist would call, they would call them chemical imbalances. They would call them chemical imbalances. And of course, they are chemical imbalances, not Prozac imbalances, but mineral imbalances. So the first thing I like to do for people with these types of emotional problems, that would include anxiety attacks and panic attacks. They have to get off of all sugar, all alcohol, absolutely no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils, absolutely no gluten, no wheat, barley, or oats. And then they must take the 90 essential nutrients. We're talking 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and make sure that they have healthy protein and fats with every meal. I like them to eat eggs every day.
There you go. You want to cure your schizophrenia? Just eat eggs every day. Who said it? Dr. Wallach said it. Low energy and fatigue. I bet you it's going to be a mineral deficiency or mineral imbalance. Fortunately, we have our 90 days. Here we go. Oh no, you're going to see every last minute of this video. I want this on the record.
The biggest cause of low energy and fatigue is just lack of nutrition. That old adage, you are what you eat, is absolutely positively not true. You're not what you eat, you are what you absorb. And so when people have chronic fatigue syndrome, they have what people call candidiasis, low energy, just really not with it. I like them to get them on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats, no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, no oils. And then I put them on the 90 essential nutrients. I like the healthy heart and brain pack for people with these emotional problems. Throw in the de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight, and things look rosy.
Things look rosy. Sleep disorders. Yay.
Sleep disorders are a mix of problems. Insomnia is actually due to mineral deficiencies.
No, I would never have guessed. Really? It's due to a mineral deficiency? I haven't heard that like 50,000 times already in this video clip. Everything is due to a mineral deficiency, except schizophrenia. That's a mineral imbalance, right? You know, the sad thing is that people are going to get conned by this. They're conned into MLMs every day. It's just sad. This is just, I don't even have the words. Actually, I do have the words.
All 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals. You take 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and sleep comes easy. You can take an ounce of our liquid OsteoFX Plus before bedtime and ensure a good night's sleep. Sleep apnea is a normal procedure. Look at a newborn baby. They have sleep apnea. You look at a dog sleep. You look at an elephant sleep. You look at a giraffe sleep. Every vertebrate has sleep.
A dog sleep and an elephant sleep and a baby sleep. Sleep apnea is normal. Well, he would know because he's a vet. That's it, though. That's the qualifications. Keep in mind, this is this Youngevity company. You have the people that are like the co-founders that are they're muscling their way into this group, doling out all these comments. We haven't even got to that yet. This was just like an unexpected bonus for you. Oh, don't worry. We're going to get there.
Apnea is an absolutely normal behavior. Medical system, for financial purposes, has turned this into a disease with CPAP machines and surgeries. It's absolutely criminal. There is no such thing as...
Oh, there you go. CPAP machines are criminal. Again, he is alienating and insulting like everybody. And you can be in this multi-level marketing company. You can love it. You think it's great, but you are going to be further alienating any customers because there's just growing consumer awareness. People are rejecting this nonsense. And I mean, there's a lot of other MLM companies out there that are saying horrible things too, but this is what you're up against. You can't fight the truth. You're just going to look like you've been conned, and you have. All right, back to Dr. Wallach.
There's people dying of sleep apnea or snoring. The only time you're going to die from snoring and sleep apnea is when your sleep partner shoots you.
Okay, that totally makes
sense. Skin problems are always nutritional deficiency diseases. Obviously, there's some certain effects.
Get a lot of women pregnant, and the only way to die in your sleep is if somebody shoots you. There's a quote you could use on your marketing for Youngevity.
But 99% of the time, things that don't respond to medical approaches are nutritional deficiencies. And invariably, they're secondary nutritional deficiencies, meaning the person has usually gluten intolerance. They can't have wheat, barley, rye, and oats. If they do eat wheat, barley, and rye, and oats, they get a contact enteritis, and this causes their intestines inflamed. Some doctors will call it leaky gut syndrome, celiac disease, appendicitis, diverticulitis, irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease. We're talking about things like Crohn's disease. All of these are due to gluten intolerance. Well, at that point, you cannot absorb nutrients, particularly the omega-3 essential fatty acids, which results in asthma, as well as things like dermatitis, eczema, psoriasis, rosacea on the face, and your intestines look like your skin does. And you have to get off of gluten, all 90 essential nutrients. You have to take the 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids. I would take extra of the omega.
He literally repeats everything. He's been saying this for years. I wonder if he's been saying this in like every multi-level marketing company, and that's why he's got it down pat. Like this guy is like a robot. He just repeats the same things over and over again. Wow.
3 essential fatty acids, the EFA pluses. Take 3 of those twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight. And eczema and asthma, dermatitis and asthma, psoriasis and asthma, rosacea and asthma usually go away in anywhere from 3 to 4 months.
Wow. Rosacea and asthma go away in 3 to 4 months taking Youngevity products, 90 essential nutrients. What? Yeah. Good thing they're so kind and gracious to help you transition from selling spice mixes to Youngevity. I wonder why people aren't signing up with Youngevity and don't want anything to do with this company.
Cancer is a self-inflicted disease. It is not genetic in any way, shape, or form. It's self-inflicted from the time before you're conceived, all through the pregnancy you're developed in, from the moment you're born. It's caused by a combination of free radicals and lack of protection. By lack of protection, I mean lack of bioflavonoids, lack of antioxidants to protect you from free radical damage, trans fatty acids, heterocyclic amines, and acrylamides. If you want to avoid cancer, you must avoid fried foods, processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. You must give up oils, including olive oil. You must give up coconut oil. You must give up margarine, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. And if you eat canned fish, you got to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce, not oils. No gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. In addition to taking the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for your body weight, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, I would like to throw in high levels of antioxidants. We have some great ones of Cell Shield RTQ, R for resveratrol, T for turmeric, Q for quercetin. And then I also like the Immortalium. This is built on the Nobel Prize winning information of 2009, and actually helps maintain the life and the health and the stability of the telomeres, which are the end caps on the chromosomes. You do not want to leave home without it.
Next one.
Birth defects are a very worrisome, totally preventable set of events. Birth defects are actually caused by malnutrition of the embryo. There's not a single, now hear me, there's not a single genetically transmitted birth defect. That's all been a big myth. That was running down the wrong rat hole, okay? And it's all caused by, all birth defects are caused by malnutrition of the embryo. And you can't name me a birth defect that's caused by genetically transmitted disease. Now, doctors say that, but it's absolutely not true. And so it's the response.
Well, he knows because he's not a doctor. He's a naturopathic doctor, and he's a veterinarian. How insulting is this? You know, when I played a portion of this clip in that other video I made, People were really disturbed. They couldn't even watch the video because it just really rattled them. And this is offensive. And this is going on. This is multi-level marketing. This is Youngevity that's been around for what, 28 years? What did this Michelle Wallach say? 28 plus years. It's such a stand-up, great company. This is what it's based on, is this. Unbelievable.
Responsibility of the OBGYN. It's the responsibility of the grandmother, the mother, to be, long before she misses her first 2 periods, to take all 90 essential nutrients to protect the embryo. Remember, you are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. So you have to maximize absorption. No gluten, no wheat, barley, or refined oats. Take the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and you'll be able to reduce the risk of birth defects to almost zero, even if the whole family's been full of them forever. And that's because when people get generational diseases like diabetes or cleft palate or Down syndrome, it is not genetically transmitted. It's because the mother cannot absorb nutrients because she has a gluten intolerance, or they live in a place in which these nutrients exist in very low amounts.
Yeah, he blames the mother. Well done. Well done. All right, we still have more of this video to go, though. It's great. This is going to show everybody what Youngevity exactly is.
Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease. It did not exist 43 years ago. Today, it's the number 4 killer of adults over the age of 65. It's a simple nutritional deficiency disease. A big study done by Johns Hopkins came out in 2004, showed that they could actually prevent Alzheimer's disease in a controlled, double-blind, randomized study on 5,000 people over 10 years.
And they found that if they gave them the 90 essential nutrients and then the 16 fats and then the 16, and it happened to be Youngevity's products. Is that what they found in the study of the double-blind clinical trials that you're quoting, and you talk really fast and you say the exact same things every single time for every single issue and every treatment, cancer, infertility, and skin and rosacea? Oh my God. You can't even make this shit up.
Period, with a special diet, restricting certain foods and supplementing with nutrients, right? And in February of 2012, the FDA came out and said, give up statin drugs, because statin drugs, the drugs that lower cholesterol, actually increase your risk of Alzheimer's disease and type 2 diabetes. Do not take statin drugs. Well, that's because when you have Alzheimer's disease, your brain loses the myelin, which is the insulation material, and myelin is 100% cholesterol. There are 4 other dementias: vascular dementia, Koscot syndrome, Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, and Alzheimer's disease. And Alzheimer's disease, also there is the dementias.
Oh my God, he forgot. Oh, the irony. Oh yeah, I just forgot that one.
Caused by a vitamin B12 deficiency. Goes along with pernicious anemia. So all 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, 6 eggs a day per 100 pounds of body weight, poached. Also, I would throw in the de-stress capsule.
It has to be poached. This unnecessary detail. If it's boiled, now you're hooped. It has to be poached.
3 of those 3 times a day. When a person has dementia, I take that many just to prevent dementia.
Cardiovascular disease.
Cardiovascular disease is not genetically transmitted. Certainly, it's one of those diseases that are self-inflicted. It's caused by free radical damage to the heart. It has nothing to do with cholesterol. There's no heart disease that has anything to do with cholesterol. Clogged arteries is not due to cholesterol. Stroke is not due to cholesterol. Cholesterol has nothing to do with cardiovascular disease, nothing. So what causes cardiovascular disease? Well, congestive heart failure is a deficiency of a single vitamin. We've known that since the 1700s.
And you know what's so amazing about this information is that it's only involved in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, where the real product is just distributors continuing to buy these products. I'm going to die if I don't take them. And I need to recruit other people who have these health issues, who and then in turn recruit people and recruit people and recruit people. That's how these products are sold. You can't find these on Amazon. You can't easily access these products. They're hidden behind the structure of an MLM, which fits in Canada, according to Canada's Competition Act, Section 55.1, the definition of an illegal pyramid scheme. These products act as the vehicle to take the money up to the top levels of the scheme, dropping off money here and there along the way. That's all the products do. The products are the vehicle. This makes me so mad about how many people have been fooled by this. And this is just disgusting. And then just seeing just this company preying on those EPICURE participants. So gross.
And then there's cardiomyopathy heart disease, which causes sudden death in athletes and people who do heavy physical work. People say, oh, he just dropped dead of a heart attack. That's cardiomyopathy heart disease is due to a deficiency of a single mineral, selenium. I've actually done 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 10 in Koscot, China, that actually died of that disease.
What?
Very familiar with.
He did the autopsy. Did he say he did an autopsy on 1,700 kids in China? Did he? I did not. Okay, look, I gotta rewind this. I don't know what I just heard here. All right, let's back up and let's see what he has to say here.
Physical work. People say, oh, he just dropped dead of a heart attack. That's cardiomyopathy heart disease is due to a deficiency of a single mineral, selenium. I've actually done 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 10 in Koscot, China.
On kids under the age of 10? He did 1,700 autopsies on children under the age of 10 in China? And multi-level marketing is a legitimate business model. Money is made by selling products. Some of them are unethical. They don't really cause a problem. And your friend or family member that was selling EPICURE is maybe they've been recruited into this thing. This is what they're involved in. Oh my God. And you know what? They could be involved in this. They don't even know that this is the foundation of it. They have no idea. They will eventually, but they'll say, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Like, you're going to be hearing about it because nobody's going to want to purchase anything from you because of this. This is who created this company. Guy is saying he did 1,700 autopsies on children under 10 in China. He just said that. I just can't even believe it. I'm like doubting reality because this is so preposterous that he just said this.
He died of that disease. Very familiar with it. And then, of course, there is coronary thrombosis, which is caused by an omega-3 essential fatty acid deficiency, or a ratio problem between omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. And then there's obstructive artery disease, which is due to inflammatory foods, fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten. Got to stay away from all the bad stuff. And of course, you want to protect yourself. You take the 90 essential nutrients. I like the healthy heart and brain pack for this one. 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, 1 healthy heart and brain pack per 100 pounds of body weight.
How did he get to China, and how was he granted the authority to do autopsies of children under 10 when he's a naturopathic doctor and a veterinarian? Like, I mean, I hope to God this didn't happen. I hope that he's just rambling on. But I mean, this is messed up. This is messed up, man.
I also like to throw in the extra de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight, and you're home free.
And that's the end of that. But we're just getting started. I'm almost an hour into this video, and we have even more to cover. All right, back to the Facebook group. Now, we left off at that one person ingratiating herself saying, oh, Michelle, thank you so much. There's always more to the story. And isn't it funny that, yeah, you're right. There is always more to the story. These people are dangerous, and they are trying to manipulate you to extract more of your money and time from you. And they will say and do anything. Take your own advice. There is always more to the story. This is the rest of the story. Do you remember that show? And that is the rest of the story. Was that Paul Harvey? I forget the name of that. Okay, back to this Facebook group. Now, Michelle Wallach responds, thank you for your kind reply, and I too enjoyed meeting you and so many others in beautiful Victoria, Canada. How silly to think that now our crazy governments are going to make travel difficult. Beyond frustrating at this point. As for making future products for our current customers in Canada, we have aggressively sought out Canadian manufacturing, so importing will not be an issue. And again, we are not passing on the tariffs to any customers who do happen to order US products. That simply would not be fair. We completely understand your position in these matters and pray that our countries reach an agreement that will allow life to return to normal. I just hate this. This virtue signaling and mentioning Canada over and over again particularly grates my nerves, even more so because this is a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme and because it's based on these horrible claims from this guy that says he's a doctor, telling people that they could just buy his multi-level marketing scam supplements, blaming birth defects on the mother and the grandmother. It's just disgusting. It's revolting. And let's just and say it's like our crazy governments. It's mentioning it's like our crazy governments. Oh, it's just so crazy and it's just so silly. Just keep in mind what I mentioned, those 4 things that are swirling around here. They're Canadians, that's what's in the forefront of many of our minds. And yeah, I think I've said enough about that. All right. Okay, this person says, I think we all hate this. We are neighbors and allies, not enemies. Yes, I would agree with that. Michelle G. Wallach, again, thank you for your post and honesty. Did she disclose about this Dr. Wallach, though? No, not yet. Michelle G. Wallach, here somebody says, to be clear, it isn't, quote, our government's, end quote, it's your government. I should also add, I love my US FNF, your husband, or whoever the guy was on the initial call, also made a comment in the first video. Something to the effect that, quote, Canada wouldn't win in a trade war, end quote, to which to me was the nail in the coffin. How do you say that on a call full of Canadians you're trying to make, quote, comfortable, end quote, and trust you? Excellent point. So you can see this is at the top of people's minds. So it's important for you. It's important for me to mention this so then you're aware of how people are thinking and how people are seeing what somebody is saying and seeing what's actually going on and then being like, I don't like this. And they're mentioning this even in this MLM scam. It's so awesome. She doesn't respond to that one. I wonder why. And then this person, Dr. Wallach is such a fraud. Imagine a veterinarian giving human medical advice. That's like going to a pimp for your gyno needs, claiming he can cure mental illness, cancer, MS, ALS, and so much more. Good for them. Good for them for mentioning this. Now look at Michelle G. Wallach. Comes to defend Dr. Wallach. The video I just showed you. This is Michelle Wallach defending this man. That is the foundation of Youngevity. Literally cannot make this shit up. I hope to see people refuse to want anything to do with Youngevity. Get them out of Canada. Get them out of the US too. Shoot them out into orbit. And then they're just done. Nobody should be buying from this company. This is disgusting. Here she is going to defend Steve Wallach. Except Dr. Wallach, BSDVM, ND, went back to medical school in 1980 and in his 3rd year decided on naturopathic medicine after being so disgruntled with the lack of education in med school. He completed his ND degree and married a medical doctor who taught at Harvard. So tell me again, exactly how is he a fraud? He is one of the greatest men I have ever met, and he has spent his life sharing medical studies and journals and news articles that most might never see, just to bring awareness on how disease and nutrition are connected. You can see I couldn't hold myself back. I had to laugh at this one. Every once in a while I'm in one of these groups. This was a public group. I didn't add any, commentary or anything, but every once in a while when I get it like an infiltrated private group, I let my presence be known in some way. I'll just like drop it there just to the people, usually the CEO or the founder or whatever, one of these fuckers. So why is he a fraud? So because he's married to a medical doctor. So I had no idea that according to Michelle G. Wallach, that because he married a medical doctor who taught at Harvard, that somehow qualifies him to give advice, medical advice and recommendations, blaming birth defects on mothers not and grandmothers not having mineral deficiencies, which can be rectified by taking Youngevity products. Did the doctor he married that worked at Harvard also endorse everything he's saying? Usually when people go to seek actual advice, like they want to seek medical advice or legal advice, they go to somebody who is the lawyer or the doctor. They don't go to the spouse of the lawyer or the doctor. I heard that you're married to that doctor. Could you just take a look at this rash I have right here because you're married to a doctor? Are you fucking kidding me? She wrote this. This just happened a couple of days ago. This is ongoing. This isn't like from 10 years ago. She just wrote this in response to this person. So tell me exactly how he is a fraud. Well, I don't have to. You just have to watch this video of him making claim after claim after claim. And anybody in their right mind is going to want nothing to do with Youngevity. And that's on you and that's on him. His own claims and your ridiculous defensive stance by saying he's one of the greatest men I ever met and he's married to a doctor that went to Harvard. All right. And this person responds, claiming he can cure mental illness, cancer, MS, ALS, and so much more. And puts the sources, truthandadvertising.org and FTC. Oh, but Michelle doesn't back down. Look at this. Michelle G. Wallach says truthandadvertising.org is all you can point to. Really, Michelle G. Wallach, and points to that this Dr. Wallach was married to a doctor who taught at Harvard. You think that is more impressive than truthandadvertising.org? I wonder why your multi-level marketing company is referred to as the graveyard of MLMs. I wonder why. If that's what you choose to point to and believe, that is your choice. Can you imagine being this absolutely fucking stupid that you think it's a flex to go into a public Facebook group of EPICURE participants, okay? A lot of these people, this is a Canadian multi-level marketing scam. It's gone bankrupt. A lot of these participants, some of them were scammed, they're victims, and they're in the US, and that's not okay. A scam is a scam, like I've mentioned. However, in this current climate and the current landscape with everything that's going on, and you have this multi-level marketing scam where this woman now is defending what this guy has said, saying, well, truthandadvertising.org, that's all you have to point to, as if that's ludicrous. You know what's obscene is that people are going to be reading this and they're going to be believing it. They will not look at any additional information. They're that easily manipulated, and it's heartbreaking. And it doesn't matter how many pieces of content I make or anybody makes, or any of the people that have been involved in EPICURE that are reaching out to their downline, to their friends, to their cross lines. They're trying to, like, please, you are being conned here. This is dangerous. There's going to be people that just keep, they're just going to keep being conned. It's devastating. But I know there's going to be more and more people that are going to be, I don't want any part of this. And hopefully in time, regulators, government officials, they're going to start taking note of this and be like, this is time to take action on this. This is damaging. The social costs are rising in Canada and the US, but I'm in Canada right now. And you're goddamn right. I'm going to leverage this current climate to amplify what's going on here with multi-level marketing pyramid schemes. The social costs, the health costs of permitting MLM scams to run rampant, making all kinds of claims and having absolutely zero recourse is not protecting consumers. It's devastating Canadian families. Let's see what else Michelle has to say. I choose to look at the true research and work Dr. Wallach has put in over the past 60 plus years. His work and research is in the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. I thought that EPICURE reps believe in clean, healthy food and special packaging and organic ingredients. How does this not coincide with everything that Dr. Wallach has been teaching and writing about all these years? Tina.org's job is to make sure we as a company are making sure those without degrees are not making cure claims, and we have a compliance department to monitor such things. The same does not apply to those with medical degrees. Dr. Wallach actually has the research to back what he lectures about. Tell me why our government had to make it a law that baby formula must have folic acid added if nutrition and disease are not related. This is just one example of hundreds, if not thousands, where nutrition is directly linked to specific conditions and disease. And I also laughed at this one. I mean, the fact that I have to make a video to debunk this shows the state that we're in right now in terms of multi-level marketing scams. The fact that there's going to be people that are coming across this video and are going to see this response and they're not going to see anything wrong with it. They're going to think that, oh yeah, this makes complete sense, is just heartbreaking, and it's alarming. Let's just back up here. Choosing to look at true research and the work he's put in over the past 6 years, well, let's see the sources. Cite your sources. This one person that left a comment, they left their sources. And you're denigrating truthandadvertising.org. But you choose to believe a guy that says these disgusting, ridiculous claims because he has a medical degree that makes it okay. It's completely backed by science because he just said so. And he just has the exact same treatment and recommendation for every single ailment. You don't think that's suspicious? You choose to believe that? I got a bridge to sell you in Florida. It's a great deal. And then tell me why our government had to make it a law that baby food. One thing you won't want to be doing is trying to be lecturing to people where a lot of them are Canadians, and you're saying, tell me why your government, why the US government. I don't know why the fuck your government is doing a lot of things right now. And I'm sure as hell not interested in why they wanted to add folic acid to whatever. Okay, and then the person responds, okay, go ahead and keep on ignoring the entirety of my comments. I'll post it again. How is that compliance department doing with the claims of curing COVID-19? If his, quote, research, end quote, was legitimate, then according to him, the ailments in the world would be cured, but they aren't. So I'll trust science. Thanks. Well done. You know, it's important for people within these groups to be the voice of reason, to have somebody stand up to this ridiculous behavior, these horrible claims, this purposefully deceptive behavior, because people in the group, they're going to default to wanting to, it's all toxic positivity and it's all black and white. You can't say that. That was so rude. She chose to come in here. Somebody tagged her and she's spending all this time. Like, it's really gross, but people will default to that because they're still under that conditioning. It's very strong. It takes a while. It can take a long time to get out of that behavior. It's part of the conditioning that we experience when we're in one of these high control groups. And it doesn't make it any easier when publicly, like mainstream, the world at large just thinks that, well, multi-level marketing companies are not that really big of a deal. I mean, it's just somebody selling some spices. How bad can it be? Oh, fuck. All of a sudden now they're saying they can cure cancer and ADHD and that the birth defects are the mother's fault. It's like, when did that happen? This is what happens. It's not just a slippery slope. It's like, you're in. It's just how deep you get in. And then God help you when you're trying to wake up and get out. I'm so happy to see that there's people in this group that are openly challenging these co-founders of this company. You don't usually see that. You usually just see capitulation, is the short way of me saying that. I got a lot to say today. All right. And then this person says, EPICURE never claimed to cure anything. Just promised clean eating with never list. Promoted healthy lifestyle. Time-saving meal solutions. Exactly. So it's like, this Michelle Wallach goes off. She's like, oh, I'm going to trust, I'm going to believe in science. He was married to a doctor who taught at Harvard. And doesn't EPICURE, trying to guilt them, doesn't EPICURE believe in this too? And this person's like, EPICURE just believed in clean eating. I didn't sign up for the birth defects and the fertility, the infertility and the cancer and the autism. I don't know. I don't want to, I didn't sign up for that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The Smithsonian? Whoa. I love that person said that. Okay, this person says, responding to them, it's not cured because not all of the world is drinking his magic powder. 1 gram equals $100. And then this person says, we all saw how your lovely doctor, not a doctor as in MD, claims that all birth defects are due to improper nutrition that he knows how to fix right. Those who prey on sick and vulnerable, making dubious health claims to earn fortunes are the worst. That is wonderful. That is so well said. I wish I had have said that, but it takes me a lot longer to get to the point. That person just summed it up beautifully. All right, now this person says, this is a new post. Can we please start a petition to get Michelle and all Youngevity owners out of this group? Any other bidding companies out also? And now here we have another person. We have our first person insulting Canadians right now. Why are you being so rude to a company trying to help? If I had a company and listened to these posts, I would just give up and let you all fly in the wind. I always heard Canadians were nice people. Doesn't sound like it to me. With the way you are, the Epicure name really has no benefit in the marketplace at all. Its goodwill is gone, and Youngevity should drop it all and go on their own. I always heard Canadians were nice people. Doesn't sound like it to me. Would you like a tissue? And would you like some cheese with that wine? This is so stupid. So this is somebody that's not even with Youngevity, and he's defending this company. It's like, how rude. I can't even believe, I'm so appalled how rude it is. You know, where is the shock, the horror at Dr. Wallach saying that all these conditions can be cured or treated or prevented? Everything is a mineral deficiency. And this guy's response, this intellectual giant that probably has 2.5 brain cells together, his response is, I always heard Canadians were nice people. Doesn't sound like it to me. That's his comeback. Oh yeah, I always heard Canadians were nice people. Oh my God, you can't even make this shit up. If I were Youngevity, I'd go, while you're at it, please go spread the word to every multi-level marketing company to just avoid Canada. And again, I need to say this. We have our corrupt shit going on here too. But because this is going on, now Michelle Wallach makes another post. Why did I come into this group page? Great question. I've been asking myself the same thing. I simply commented and posted because number one, I was tagged several times. And number two, there are a lot of mistruths, rumors, and people claiming to know things about us and or the bid we placed to help Epicure customers that are 100% not true. I was hoping to put a real face and voice to many of the comments that have been downright cruel and uncalled for. I am a real person. I do have feelings like everyone else, and I do not like when people make hateful comments or statements and hide behind fake profiles or inside group pages. I believe the anger this morning comes most from those that feel they were called out for their misinformation, and rather than apologize or be thankful for clarification, they will double down in declaring, I am enemy number one. This is Youngevity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a co-founder of Youngevity trying to, I don't know what she's trying to do. If she's trying to encourage people to sign up with Youngevity. People are called out for their, misinformation. Let's just back up to what Youngevity is based on. We're not even at the point now to even tackle these poor Epicure participants and the crap they're having to wade through. They don't even know about this stuff yet. Some of them are just learning for the first time. Their head is swimming. First and foremost, I am not trying to recruit anyone. I am not trying to sell anyone anything. I speak on behalf of my entire company. I honestly do not mind the name calling and bashing. I understand why we have become a target, as you have no one left at Epicure headquarters to voice your frustrations to. Can you imagine? Why did you come into this group? Just to insult people and alienate people and make sure they never do anything with Youngevity? And not only that, but tell their friends and family to stay the fuck away from this company. I don't know if you thought this was a show of strength, but this was an absolutely poor choice, much like the choice of referring to your company as a graveyard. I mean, it's great. You're destroying your own business. You are alienating customers. You are pushing away people that actually want to sign up with this company. It's kind of like what Sensi is doing right now, not to this degree. I mean, I can't compare, I can't, it's an unfair comparison because there's horrible shit going on in every MLM. But with this, coming into a group called Epicure Bankruptcy, somebody tagged you, or maybe more than one person tagged you, you could have just not shown up. This is not looking good for you. This was a terrible decision, and you should regret it. What you should do is delete all of this shit from the group. We haven't even gotten to her husband's responses yet. Oh, this video is going to be good. It's going to be a long one. All right, this group is called Epicure Bankruptcy. Yet recently it has nothing but untruthful posts about Youngevity in it. Why? Not sure how the two are related, but I will go to my death defending my family, my friends, and the company I love. You're going to go to your death to defend the company that you love in a Facebook group of 599 people that are saying things about Youngevity. What are you going to go to your death about defending the truth that cancer and can be treated with Youngevity products? I mean, this is so stupid. You really have nothing else better to do with your time than diddle around in this Facebook group? Oh my God. This is an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment to Youngevity. I feel embarrassed for anybody that even purchases products from this. I'm like, oh my God, if I came across this, I'd cancel it. Lickety split. I'm like major secondhand embarrassment right now. And these people are horrible spreading this information. I actually feel bad for them because of how embarrassing that last sentence was. This is nuts. All right. We have had thousands of Epicure former customers come into Youngevity in the past few weeks begging us for help and begging to help them have products that are similar to what they once had. Thousands of Epicure customers? Do you classify customers as the distributors or the consultants, the people that had signed up for the business opportunity or just the discount? Or are these actual customers? That's quite the claim if it's just customers. I'd like to see the data on that. Thousands of Epicure customers. I know there's customers in my small town. None of them have signed up with Youngevity looking for a spice mix. They're asking their Epicure consultant, is it ever going to be back? I don't see thousands of customers, not distributors, actual retail customers somehow finding out about Youngevity and begging you. Really? I don't believe it. And I don't think anybody that's watching this video right now believes it either. You are eroding your own credibility with every sentence you write. And it's wonderful to see. These are your words, by the way. Begging us to help them have products that are similar to what they once had. We have thousands of YGY customers who were in both companies simultaneously begging us to help as well. Clean, great food to eat is a priority for many, and we understand this. Wow, it sounds like this person really has like a messiah complex, if that's what it's called. They really feel like they're saving everybody. Painting themselves as a victim on one hand, and then claiming like we've got all these people, thousands, begging for thousands of Canadians begging for help from Youngevity. I don't fucking think so, lady. I think you're full of shit. And I think anybody watching this will think you're full of shit too. Okay, I created a panel of Epicure leaders recently so that I could gather information on how they best would hope we could move forward. They do not all agree with each other, and this is the collaboration I love the most. 8 different voices from different regions and experiences, hoping for unity and harmony and good products going forth. It's not easy, it's not a smooth ride, but everyone has put aside their differences and have agreed to help each other and our team. We do not have any recipes, because if we did, that would make it 1000% easier in picking a direction to go forward with. No one has brought us any Epicure recipes. It is a lie to accuse another Epicure rep in doing so. She has done none of the things she is being accused of. No one has brought us any jars or insider information. We do not have any list of customers or downlines. Several people stated that I am lying. Why would I lie? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with your background, endorsing Dr. Wallach. His credentials, they're spotless. I mean, my God, being married to a doctor who taught at Harvard is enough qualifications for any person in their right mind to go to. Just seek advice. All those other doctors out there, they weren't married to a doctor who taught at Harvard. They actually just went to medical school. They didn't know anything. They certainly didn't take Youngevity products and try to teach you to take them and then recruit others to do the same in an endless chain scam. Several people stated that I'm lying. Why would I lie? If we had any one of those things, I would be thrilled. It would make my job and so many things much easier. I have no reason to lie or hide anything. All I have done is ask for help and insight into how we can help all of you. No one from EPICURE has done even 1% that many on this page have accused them of doing. You should not be turning on each other. People simply started signing up in Youngevity on their own. We didn't even have a bid in. We weren't sure we were even going to initially place a bid. We have never in our history done this before, so it is something new for all of us. Some people signed up under YGY people they already knew. Some signed up as orphans. Many signed up once they knew someone from EPICURE has joined YGY. This is so unhinged, and it just keeps going. Here we go. Believe me when I say those initial signups were just as surprising to us as they were to many of you. And ignoring them was simply not in the cards for us. And everything we have done so far has been at the request of these thousands of women asking us to do so. As I stated late last night, your voice matters to us and we do our best to listen and help. I've also noted this morning that a few of my comments from last night have been deleted and several people took shots at my family and company and then removed my ability to respond. She keeps going. Can you imagine? She's got another post after this too. There's still more comments. This all she did. This is like her full-time job was just like writing in this group of 599 people. I mean, she's gone off in every direction right now. Oh my God. All right. Oh, the thousands of women. All right. I have also noted, few of my comments. Oh, boo-hoo. I find it unimaginable that the admin from this page would be okay with this behavior. And if she is, then there is truly an agenda here far beyond my control that is anything but truthful and helpful to all of you. Well, you might be shocked to find that on my content, I have a very low tolerance for cult apologists on my content too. I just fucking delete them. Just the victim, playing the victim. This is a co-founder of an MLM. Oh, here we go. I'm just unimaginable that the admin would be okay with this behavior. The admin is probably like, you're out. I can't stand you. You're a whiny complainer and you're wasting my time. You're not answering any questions. You're writing a thesis to everything and you're avoiding answering anything. I mean, I'm just putting words in that person's mouth. I have no idea. I just can't believe this person is just so stupid. I'm like, how many comments have you written? This is so much. It's too much. It's just too much. I promise you, I am not here to sell you anything. I will refrain from answering questions about which products are our top sellers. It has no place in this group. Like, probably nobody was asking that. Maybe they were. I don't know. It's like every time she says, I'm not here to threaten. I'm not here to do this. I'm not here. Yeah, you are. You're here to recruit. You're here to do all of that. This is so pathetic. If you have YGY product questions, you should join the official Youngevity private group page where you will find many of the answers you might be seeking. As someone pointed out down below, that is probably a more appropriate place for such questions. I will let you into that group even if you are not officially in YGY. In this isolated case, I think you could find it helpful and positive. Just on this exclusive access, just because I care about you so much, I'm going to offer you this one-time limited opportunity to get into our private group where I can answer all of your questions. Oh my God, I wonder if she's just as much as in that group as in this one. Holy smokes. I am sorry for causing anyone further frustration. Had I not been tagged, I would never have known this page to exist. I have no agenda. YGY is anything but a cult. No way! This is the gift that keeps on giving. If you're watching this, what a cult is, you'll see people that are defending it. This isn't a cult. You're a cult. So because you don't like somebody, you don't like the way somebody says some things that somebody says, or you don't like the way a group of people say something, that doesn't make it a cult. Think of the cult like the bite model. So take a bite of the Youngevity pile of bullshit that's being fed to you. Take a big bite of that. Remember that. Behavior, information, thought, emotional control. So when you're in a group, a high control group, think of these four, the bite. Remember the bite of bullshit, behavior, information, thought, emotional control. There's a spectrum, a range. You can be in a group, you can be getting together, and if you just don't agree with someone, they don't all 50 of them harass you on a Facebook post saying, you're a hater, losers quit. Block. We've been told to block you. It doesn't happen in groups like that. You could maybe go to a gym or a yoga class. You could just show up one day. Maybe the next day you don't show up. It's not a big deal. You're not told what to think and how to feel and what to say. You're not told how to behave. You're not kind enough. You're not nice enough. You're not saying things the way that I want to hear. No, none of that shit happens. You're just accepted for who you are. Some people like you. Some people don't. It's not a big deal. Go on the other end of the spectrum into like a more high control group, like all multi-level marketing companies, and you see this behavior. Tick the boxes. Go look up Freedom of Mind by Stephen Hassan. He's got resources up on his website. There's a checklist there. Behavior, information, thought, emotional control. And if you're honest with yourself, if you're able to print that out and just check off what you've experienced in Epicure, in Youngevity, it'll surprise you. I love it. Anybody that says we're not a cult or we're not a pyramid scheme, it's like they go hand in hand. It's so funny. Is anything but a cult. No, it's a commercial cult, just like all MLMs are. And it's very easy to figure that out. All right, I will say one last thing. We do have incredible women, both on the inside and out, who make this company what it is today. Fun. Well, this post really makes it sound like fun. Join us. Don't join us. It's all good. Just find the peace you're looking for and stop tearing other women down. It is our biggest fault as women. We don't support each other enough, especially during difficult times in our lives. This was like the most unhinged Facebook post. It went all over the place. But there's another comment, if you can believe it. She's like blaming everybody. Thousands of women are coming to me. But you know, I don't know why. I'm just trying to help people. I'm totally clueless. I'm baffled. Why would you call me as public enemy number one? I got another group that's YGY, Youngevity. And if you want, like just this one time, I can give you access to it. I'm not going to be answering any more questions. It's like, holy fuck. What the fuck are in those supplements? Hey, we're not anywhere near done. This is going to be a long video. You're probably going to want to take this in stages here. All right. And then of course, and hashtag live the life you want. And people are loving it. 18 reactions. This is people that are still thinking that. Think of the people that like this post and what their frame of mind is to think that this made sense and it was a good thing. And years ago, I would have been one of those people. I mean, you can see through it now, but when you're in one of these things, this makes so much sense. And it's just rambling nonsense on the outside. But you've got people that think, wow, this totally made sense. Wow, this is so kind. And it's our biggest fault as women. That's supposed to be like the mic drop moment. It's supposed to stop anybody from saying anything. You can't say anything because you're a woman. Multi-level marketing companies use this all the time. It's supposed to just stop anybody from questioning, anybody from taking any action, anybody from saying anything. It's like, if you say anything that I don't want you to say, it's tearing women down. This is old. People see through this nonsense and it's just complete bullshit. The world has had enough. I know I certainly have, and I'm not alone. Now let's see the comments. All right, this person is ingratiating themselves. I think it's very smart and also brave for you to come clear up misconceptions and put a real face to your company. I think a lot of people are just hurt by how Epicure randomly crumbled and aren't sure how to process that. I appreciate you coming to add clarity. Thank you. This person thought that was clarity. This is why you can't get through to somebody in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, because their minds are so clouded with this nonsense that makes sense. In time, facts and logic will get through. But you need to hear stories. You need to have entertainment, humor, various kinds of commentary in order to reach people who are in multi-level marketing still. We're in a really weird time right now where social media is intruding into these commercial cults. Before social media, a lot of this cult recruitment wasn't going on online. It'd be like in physical locations, trying to reach those people. People wouldn't be able to speak to their loved ones for years. I mean, it happens even now online, but they didn't have access to outside information. Now, being on social media, people in MLM can't avoid anti-MLM because the algorithm will just serve it up. We'll use the similar hashtags. Just being MLM and anti-MLM content gets served up to them. It'll be by accident, whether they're on Instagram or TikTok. Facebook, here on YouTube, if some people are going out to search the content. So a variety of approaches to meet people where they're at looks a lot differently in various pieces of content that anti-MLM content creators create. There is not a one-size-fits-all approach to extract somebody from a cult. They have to do it themselves. And it's a combined effort of a huge range of voices and manner of delivering content. Factual, documentary style, exposés, more entertainment, whatever. All of them play an important role. And I hope that you're starting, my God, if you're new to my content and this is your first video, I know there's people that have watched my first Mary Kay video. They're like, this is my first video. It's always so funny. So this could be your first video. And you're like, what in the hell am I watching? And how am I still here watching it? Welcome. And I really appreciate you being here. And maybe you're already learning a lot more about MLMs than you ever knew existed. Like, you're like, holy shit, this is a world I had no idea was operating right in front of me. And things are starting to click into place. People that you've met, friends, coworkers, family, the way they were behaving, the way they did, it wasn't as simple and straightforward as you thought. There's a lot going on underneath that. And why, people behave the way they do when they leave. They just don't talk about it. They just disappear. They feel isolated, because we are when we're in these things. Anyway, okay, back to this. I appreciate your comment and support. Hopefully going forth, we can find a common ground regardless if our bid is accepted by the BK courts or not. We simply want to help in any way that we can if it is possible. They don't know anything about EPICURE. They're just one party that is bidding on bankruptcy stuff. And so then you have these poor participants in EPICURE that are like, and I'm saying poor because I just feel sorry for them, like, thank you so much. We just have questions and we just don't know. It's like, why? It's like they're almost apologizing for her unhinged behavior, where she's just like blaming and taking offense at everything and just like can't even handle that somebody could possibly say something bad about her company. It's like, good God. Now Michelle's husband chimes in the comments. So another post is made. This is it. It says, why is the founder of Youngevity posting? It's giving culty vibes. This isn't a group to recruit or convince people to join you. Now she is saying she'll be answering questions today. This is not the place for that. And of course, you can imagine there's the predictable like stampede of people from EPICURE defending Youngevity, because that totally makes sense when you're in a commercial cult. Does not make sense at all in the real world. But it's like all these people, oh, I'm so happy and grateful that somebody I don't have any clue who you are or know anything about this history of Dr. Wallach making these ridiculous claims, but I'm going to defend you. And you're such a terrible, horrible person for saying what, for pointing out the obvious. Why is she here? Her making this huge long post, people do business with you, know, like, and trust. I have a dog named Lulu. I'm a little Delulu, but my dog's name is Lulu, and I love my husband. We've been together 35 years. I don't know why everybody's so angry and hostile about Youngevity. We don't know what's going on. When we got the call, my husband, he rolled up his sleeves at the last minute. I'm just here because I had thousands of EPICURE customers, you guys. They reached out to me and I couldn't help but help them. They just want to buy our products. Like, holy fuck, oh my God. Anyway, so this person makes this post. All these people are just responding like, you're actually the problem. How dare you? Like, she has the right to come here, on and on and on. And then Steve chimes in. Oh, it's so good. Who knew you'd have this much action on a Facebook group of 599 people? Well, like, all right. Steve, also co-founder, has nothing else better to do. I guess business is booming so well. The systems are just so duplicatable at Youngevity. They're just pulling in so much dough. They've got nothing else to do. No customers to help. No more Canadians to insult. Let's go into EPICURE bankruptcy, Facebook group of 599. And like, let's have some fun. All right. There are a lot of comments about Youngevity, and both Michelle and myself have been tagged. Also, one of the criticisms here has been no one has heard or seen anything from anyone other than Sean Brown. Michelle posted in a science effort to be of help. That must be an autocorrect. And I can assure you her post is genuine and sincere. As co-founders of Youngevity, Michelle and I Both have always tried to be accessible, and you can ask us almost anything. Kind regards, Steve, and which this person calls him out. Again, this is not a group for this. I feel as though I can't air my grievances because you both have now gotten into this group. This was supposed to be a safe space away from this. If you're available to answer questions, that's wonderful for another space. Get the fuck out of the group, Steve. Jesus Christ. How gross is this, really? You know, dude comes in there. It's like, oh, we've all been there. It's called EPICURE bankruptcy. Who cares if you've been tagged? Like I said, I've been tagged so many times in various pieces of content. You just ignore it. It's not a big deal. Oh, but Steve has more to say. Don't worry. Steve's going to let us all know. I don't disagree, but this shouldn't be a criticism of Youngevity. I don't disagree, but this shouldn't be a criticism of Youngevity page without the ability to respond. I believe this page was started to comment on the bankruptcy of EPICURE, not criticize Youngevity with only a bias against it. I'd be happy to leave this page if the discussion of Youngevity were to be removed. Hopefully that can be accomplished and taken up at a future date and elsewhere, where all Youngevity questions can be fairly addressed. What a fucking scumbag douchebag move that is. If you weren't disgusted already from all the other stuff that I've shown you about Youngevity, this comment alone should chase you away. Talk about empowering women and not tearing women down. What the hell is this guy doing in this group? And is that a threat? You saying you're going to leave this group if the discussion of Youngevity were to be removed? And what's going to happen when it isn't? Are you going to be pestering every woman asking a question, saying she doesn't feel safe in the group? How does that look for Youngevity? Just curious. He's not going to leave. You know what? Nobody cares. People can make a group and they can say what they want. And if your feelings are that butthurt, then you should get off the internet, because you aren't mentally equipped and emotionally equipped to have the maturity to be on the internet. It's not a place for you. You just turn off the computer. You're that easily manipulated by the opinions of others. It shouldn't be. I believe this group, this page was started to comment. It doesn't matter what you believe, Steve. It doesn't matter if somebody is saying, I don't like Youngevity. Deal with it. You're a grown-ass man. Holy fuck. Don't worry. They go and they start their own group now because they have so much time on their hands. This is, I think, when the world finally starts to realize the material that's available to be commented on about multi-level marketing, it's going to be the death knell of MLM. It's just going to be like blown wide open. There is so much drama. It's like reality TV that you don't need to pay for. You don't need to wait. It's going on all around you. You can go on Facebook. You can just look on YouTube. You can look at in somebody's story, and it's so easy to research this stuff. It serves itself up to you. And all these people are connected. You'll see where they went from one MLM to another. Like this Dr. Wallach was in Vima before. And you'll see that eventually they all trace back to Amway. It is a glorious, messy rabbit hole of the craziest shit that you never even knew was going on. And it's all multi-level marketing. And I think that as more and more people realize this, the material that they can comment on, the content they can create to expose this and help people avoid getting scammed and help people exit these cults. It's just a win-win. I laughed at that comment too, because it's like, you know, Steve was whipping out his dick and like throwing it around just to let everybody know, I'm not leaving until Youngevity. Well done. Well done, Steve. Be a man. Yeah. Go in a group of EPICURE bankruptcy where most of the people in that group are women, 599 people, and just let them know. Like, pee the ring of fire around. I'm not leaving. Wow. Really good. What have you accomplished? You've made yourself look like an ass. That's what you've done. And then, but it keeps going. It keeps going. Says, that's ridiculous. Your cultism is showing. And then he says, would you call the EPICURE community a cult? Yes, I would, because all MLMs are commercial cults. That's the only way they can function. It's very simple. It's like He thought that was like a touche. What would you call the Epicure community? I'd call it Epicure MLM while it was in existence, a cult, because that's how they're run. They have to run that way. That's his freaking, I mean, Steve mixing it up in the comments with Epicure consultants. All right. And then this person comes to his defense. It's just, it's like, yeah, it's just sad to see. All right. But then this person chimes in. They're like, Steve, take this back to your own group or news feed. This is for bankruptcy questions and feedback. No need for self-promotion here. Selfies and hashtags LMFAO. Because he had the picture with his wife. It's true. It's like, by posting in this group and behaving this way, I'm going to answer questions. We're just here. We've come in to this group. I'll remove myself once the Youngevity discussion has been removed. Why don't you send one of your other flying monkeys to monitor? Maybe one of those Epicure leaders that it's a lie to accuse them of doing something that everybody knows they're doing. You can rat on each other and then like report it just like they do not in cults. Okay. And then this person says exactly. And this person says, Steve Wallach, Sean, is that the guy who said Youngevity isn't a graveyard while he drove a car, cut in and out, and wore a hoodie in a professional call? And then this person says, also feel like it's an odd thing here. And why now? Most of us have already made our decisions and a lot of us have already moved on. If they were so concerned, why didn't this happen weeks ago? Are there not enough people joining YG that they're trying to sway people? I don't know. I was told bad things about the company based on moves they made with other companies that they acquired. And the first call just wasn't welcoming as a Canadian personally. You probably shouldn't talk shit about Canada while trying to convince a bunch of Canadians to sell your products. I mean, this is just a no-brainer. I mean, this is a great comment. What a no-brainer comment, though, you know? That last sentence. Like, can you imagine you're telling the co-founder of a company, it's probably a good idea not to talk shit to Canadians while trying to get Canadians to sell your products. Just that alone. It's easy. It's easy. Oh my God. This person says you need to sum it up. These posts are far too long-winded. Also, you need to speak with the ladies you hired as upper directors. They mention these names and set them straight. Sounds like they are putting out lots of false info and them claiming it to be the gospel. Also, while I'm at it, speak to Sean and tell him when introducing himself to a new company in a professional Zoom, it's never professional to be driving a car and wearing a hoodie. And it's a bad first impression to tell said audience that Youngevity isn't a graveyard where companies go to die. Then tell the other lady from the call that it's not professional to not understand that Canada is a bilingual country and we, quote, do French, end quote. Oh man, this is so awesome. So then they do start a new group. And apparently, according to a source, the picture of this Facebook group has people in it that were from Epicure. Now, I think Epicure was supposed to have this event in Victoria, versus Victoria, Canada. We call it Victoria, BC, like it's in British Columbia. So when we say that, it'd be like saying, I went to Tucson, USA. It sounds fucking weird, right? That's because it is. It's like I said, I'd go to Tucson, Arizona. It's like you go to Victoria, BC, because that's the province. So apparently Epicure had this event that was supposed to be held in Victoria, but then they went bankrupt. But then Youngevity apparently says, oh, well, out of the kindness of our hearts, we're going to host this event for you anyway. But nothing is free. There's always a cost to everything, right? They want to recruit these people. I believe that's what's gone on. And I might have got some of those details wrong. And if I have and you're comfortable sharing it, please do so in the comments. So that's the cover photo of this group. And so then they go in this group. Miss Michelle makes this group. This is a place of toxic positivity. This is a group of positivity. So few people migrate over there. There's not very many. There's like 120 people. I think maybe there's more there now, but last time I checked, there was like 120 people over there. There's not very many people. Yeah, because so she does make one last post. Oh, she's still going. Legend has it she's still writing posts in Facebook group to this day. So this was her last post before they start a new post. So this is it. This is my last post on this page, I promise. Oh my God. After a day of reflection and consideration on how I can best answer questions and help those who have true, genuine concerns without the backlash of hate and disgust, my solution has to been to create a new page for those that would like some help without the threat and terror of simply asking. This is totally not a cult. We do not do fear mongering and us versus them. The threat and the terror. We will not be selling anything on this page, nor will we be recruiting people in any way. That has never been our intention. Just simply answering your questions and hopefully setting a few facts straight. We will also keep you updated as news progresses. I can't. What facts were set straight? Now, if you're in an MLM scam, I remember what it was like when I was in there. I would have read posts like she wrote, and I would have been so jacked. I would have been so pumped. I would have been like, these haters, I can't believe it. This person is so kind. She took time out of her busy day to come into this group. She's not selling anything. She's not recruiting anything. I can feel my eyes going into the brainwashed black dots right now, even as I slip back into that weird past. But people are going to be believing this. They will believe that she has set facts straight. She has set nothing straight. I can't stop laughing at this final post. I just took screenshots. I didn't read the entirety of these posts. Okay. For those of you who were offended by my presence on this page, I do apologize. I meant no harm. Simply wanted to help those who were asking. And I responded because I was tagged and asked to do so. I wish everyone in this group the very best. The loss of a beloved brand and company is never easy. May you all stay united and stand together as you journey forth. She just said journey forth. Please submit all questions on the Facebook group page EPICURE, YGA Q&A. And then now that's our next part. That's where our next journey is going to go forth into this group, which is this one that had about 120 people in it the last time I checked. So I took a variety of screenshots from this one too. And that's what I want to show you now. This first one, somebody had said, I have removed my posts as the questions I had have been resolved. Since speaking to the leaders, thank you for the quick responses. So this is really disturbing to me. This is a sign you're in a high control group where you feel like there was something wrong with you for simply asking a question. Now, this Michelle has said that she's created this group to ask questions, genuine concerns and questions, yet there's something wrong that you feel like you need to delete them and remove them instead of keeping them up there for future reference for other people who have similar questions. This isn't the behavior of somebody in a healthy group or a healthy business community, or just a healthy community. This is the behavior that is common in toxic, coercive control groups, like a cult. This isn't normal behavior. And thinking that it's an ingratiating aspect as well. The leaders were so great to get back to me so quickly. Thank you for answering. And I've deleted everything. If this was in a normal, healthy group, people would be like, what are you talking about? Like, please leave this up. We value your questions and your input. Have I done something to make you feel like you needed to delete all of these questions after I invited you in and answered them? I want this to be kept as a resource for other people to leave, for other people to see, because they're probably going to have the same questions too. Oh, I bet you didn't hear that. I bet you they're like, yeah, that's perfect. That it's not said. All these things that go unsaid. First post in the group that I came across. Okay, then right below that, this is we start getting to the good stuff here too. So this person says, I hope this message doesn't come across as putting you on the hot seat, as this is certainly not what I'm trying to do. I'm just confused, as are many of my fellow former ambassadors. Again, it just makes me so angry when I see so many really good people that are caught in a scam and they're doing what they're told, but they feel like they have to apologize. They have to diminish themselves and frame the question in a certain way because they want to avoid the backlash of saying something wrong. This person is running a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme and they have lied to you multiple times. They forced their way into the group. Her husband tried to fucking threaten people in this group. Just disgusting. That part just really pisses me off if you haven't figured it out. And now joining this group and they're like, well, I need to ask this question, but they're terrified. What this translates to is it's not that you're showing humility and grace and gratitude and kindness. This shows that you're fucking terrified and scared. And people outside of this looking in don't like to see their mom, their aunt, their grandmother, their friend, their neighbor, their coworker behaving in this way. You are being belittled and demeaned by this person who is a co-founder of a piece of shit multi-level marketing pyramid scheme like Youngevity. To see you belittled down to the point where you can't even ask a question without this ridiculous preamble, this isn't about empowering women at all. It's about you come into this group, you behave the way I have set the standard in the other group. I've groomed you in a way so that when you come into this group, all of you know exactly how to behave. The numbers significantly diminish from the whopping 599 people down to 120. But those people, they're going to be obedient. Oh, they're going to know compliance. They've learned it very well. And it's happening all online. And fewer people are going to be purchasing Youngevity products or getting recruited into this thing. Back to this post. I'm being told that your statement regarding the fact that we do not have to join under our previous upline is not correct. And you're unaware because you weren't privy to this information and not part of the discussions. This is coming directly from my previous ED, who stated she had a, quote, direct line, end quote, to you, but then chose to contact Sean instead. Why would someone in your position not be privy to such information on a potential acquisition? If that's not the case, why would someone within your current team at YGY and your, quote, newly built team of former EPICURE ED and leaders, end quote, be making such statements? And then here is a screenshot. This person says, former uplines commented in writing that joining Youngevity as a rep would immediately place you under your former EPICURE upline. No choice. Please clarify the statement. It makes a difference for many people. Michelle G. Wallach, thank you for your transparency. Now, Michelle G. Wallach says this is 100% not true. If we had acquired EPICURE before the BK, then the downlines would have been intact and we would have honored those placements. We have no such list. We have no idea what the genealogy of EPICURE was. You can sign up in YGY and either state where or who you would like to be placed under, or you can choose be an orphan, and we will place within 30 days under a leader living closest to you for help and support. I can't be any more transparent than this. Okay, so now this is the response. Your message and questions are perfectly fine. No worries. I completely understand the confusion. There were rumors I was directly trying to address from the other group page and a timeline either people were not aware of or simply forgot about. The rumor was that YGY had somehow already obtained the genealogy of EPICURE. I read we secretly had it. I read we outright had it. I read it's all we wanted. None of these statements are true. The BK court does indeed have it, and we have never seen it. In January and early February, it was YGY's understanding through the BK courts that this bidding would go much faster than it has. Our team at YGY does have integrity, in all caps. Because you write something in all caps does not mean you automatically own it. Just a tip for you. And ask that anyone joining YGY at that time from EPICURE to please keep your uplines and downlines in place, because if we got the genealogy as anticipated, then the import would automatically happen with everyone in their original positions. It's all via computers. That's how it's imported. I have no control over how it comes into our system. Then February came and went, no BK court decision, and they promised early March. And of course, as we all know, they came back with new demands and requests and deadline extensions. Now March has come and is nearly gone. When I read that I was lying and that we have the genealogy, I simply pointed out that you could call YGY customer service and either state who you want to be signed up under or ask to be an orphan and assigned to a new leader. Because unless you tell us who your upline was at EPICURE specifically, how else would we know? Will we get the genealogy in April? We honestly have no idea. Or May, or June. I'm not going to hold my team to the fire for what was stated in January and February. They were following our protocol as if this was a true acquisition, and the BK courts led us to believe that this would go quickly. We may very well announce that there will be no genealogy upload, and with that, anyone can be under anyone they choose. I do apologize for the confusion. The quote, he said, she said, end quote, the perception that we might not all know. If the rumors would simply stop, it would make communication a lot easier. I hope this better clear things up and puts it all into a bit more perspective. Michelle is defensive as manages to insult everyone else. So what does this even all mean? You're like, oh, what are they talking about, this genealogy? Participants that were in EPICURE were told that they would, in order to sign up with Youngevity, that their uplines would give them Google documents, that they needed to use this to sign into, to then be sure that they would be placed under them when they got into Youngevity. Because the people that were in EPICURE, these people at the top of the pyramid scheme, they want to keep their team. They just want to like import it. They want to just bring it all over. And they're trying to, do what they can to control the behavior of their team. This was all said in that Zoom call, that Sean Brown or whatever his name is. He's like, oh, we can't mess with this. We got to keep the integrity of this tree. There is no integrity. There's been no purchase. This Michelle has said nobody's purchased anything. There's been the people are the purchase. The people are the products. The downline is the product. And then, the confusion, he said, she said, it's you said. It's the confusion coming from Youngevity. And you actually have people that have come into this group still, despite all of your bullshit, still giving you the benefit of the doubt. And she just continues to insult people. It's great to see that she's going to be pushing more and more people away. But at the same time, this behavior, the more that you put up with it, the more that you take. And in a short period of time, you'll just think that everything she says is the absolute truth. You'll think that anybody pointing out how horrible this is, that there's something wrong with them, and you're just going to continue to pump more money and more time into this pyramid scheme. We will let you all know shortly what our final decision is about the genealogy list, should we ever be granted it by the courts. So what I believe this is all about is that participants that were in EPICURE, if they want to sign up with Youngevity, they've been led to believe that they have to sign up under their upline, their previous upline. They can't, and the weird terminology, orphan, you see how in high control groups, they have to take these words and make it like terror and fear and orphan. You're going to be alone. I want to sign up as an orphan. It's meant to actively discourage you from doing that. All of this stuff is control. It's behavior control when they use this terminology. But people that were wanting I don't want to sign up under my upline. I couldn't stand my upline. There's like people that were saying that. I don't like my upline. I don't want anything to do with them. I want to just get in. I want it to be even. How is this even if I'm being forced to sign up underneath my upline and all the way up to the top? And in the one Zoom call, I think his name is like Sean Brown. I think that's his name. He's like, oh, well, that's just how things work at Youngevity. We can't, disrupt things. It would make things all too confusing. But the problem with that, which Michelle points out, is that they haven't purchased that downline. These people are they're 3 sheets to the wind. They're everywhere. They could be from Amare, from Monate, from whatever company. They could just join Youngevity. And yet they've been told that they need to sign this Google document from their upline, and they need to use that to sign up to Youngevity. This isn't people are pulling this out of their asses. This was on that training Zoom call. I reacted to a portion of it. It was so long. I didn't react to the whole thing, but I still have it. I got it downloaded. Got all of this stuff downloaded. All right. So this person responds, it would be really helpful if you stuck to the facts and didn't get defensive. Well done. So what I'm understanding is that if you win the bid to get the genealogy is imported via computers and restructures everyone accordingly. So what I believe this person is saying, the genealogy is the pyramid scheme. Whoever's at the top, and then whoever's below them, the team, the downline. So their phrasing for this is genealogy. They're trying to purchase that. So just think about that. Not only are they purchasing, people are purchasing manufacturing equipment, they're purchasing the recipes, they're purchasing you. Are you getting paid for that? You're a product. This is so disturbing. So As a result, it causes less confusion if we sign up under our uplines from the start. But should you not win the bid, then we can sign up under whoever we want. I agree with the sentiment from others that it's hard to justify signing up under someone you didn't get support from before. Oh, here we go. Do you think Michelle is defensive or not? And here she goes. Defensive? Oh my God. It would be helpful if I stuck to the facts. Apparently, whatever I answer I provide, you are going to decide if it's defensive or not a fact. I give up. I gave it my best shot and answered this question from the heart. We will make an announcement about genealogy and sponsors and changes after we hear from the BK courts, bankruptcy courts. Until then, we ask that everyone try their best to stick to their original upline. Can you imagine? This is the co-founder of Youngevity that wrote this. Defensive? It would be helpful if I stuck to the fact. Michelle, after that, she took off her socks and she rolled them in a ball and she threw them at the wall as hard as she could. And then she threw a temper tantrum and cried and cried and cried. And then she went to bed. Oh my God. Then she probably started another Facebook group. Let's be honest. So then this person responds, I think your response proves my point. I'm trying to help you, but your responses are defensive. And I had hoped that by mentioning it, you would see that there are those of us trying to see past the feelings to the detail. How you respond is perhaps more important than the answers you provide. Thank you for your time answering our questions. Oh, whoa, Michelle has just been schooled by this person. Wow, what a response. I can't even believe it. Cool as a cucumber. And it's, you know, it's so interesting that this person, it's like, it reminds me of Sensi. The participants are like fighting to remain in the company. And the owners or the co-founders are doing everything they can to push people away. What a brilliant response. You know, I'm somebody on YouTube. I just make videos. I do my best to expose what's going on, help amplify survivors' voices, entertain, shit talk, be irreverent, do what I can. I like to create things, and this is the way I do it. I'm not the co-founder of a multi-level marketing company. I'm not a CEO of a company. If somebody were to be a co-founder of a company, you would think that they would act with a bit more dignity and integrity and decorum than their first reply is defensive. It would be help if I stuck to the facts. Apparently, whatever answer I give up. This is juvenile. I can't believe Youngevity is still in existence. Oh, but it keeps going. And it keeps going because then you have to have somebody that races in to defend the person in the MLM every time. It's so sad. I read zero defensiveness in her first response. You responded with defensiveness and attack. So of course the next response was defensive because she and everyone else have a right to defend their damn selves. This is what you're up against with multi-level marketing scams. This is a perfect example of the person in your life that says, you've always held me back. This is something that I wanted for myself. Every time I try to do something different, you find a reason to tear me down, insult me. Remember that time, blah, 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 insert example. This is another time. You told me you were going to support me. What's so wrong about this? This is something in my life that I'm finally good at. I feel really good at. To get good at any, fuck, I could turn it on too. That's what that is. She's actually defending the co-founder that threw a temper tantrum, that isn't answering any questions, being obtuse as all get out. And she's like, you're the one that responded. You're the one that attacked. This is MLM. And this is in that group. But this is what she's cultivated. So she's got like a smaller number of people. It's like a funnel. And it's going to weed out the people that are able to critically think. And it's going to keep people like this. And I know because I was one of them for 5 years. All right, now Sean Brown chimes in. Here we go. Oh my God. All right, Michelle G. Wallach is correct in that if there is not an acquisition, then, he says that, but I think he meant then there would not have typically been this rule. This decision was made in anticipation of us getting the bid, which we have not yet done. If we do get the bid and import all the ambassadors and customers honoring the tree makes it so much cleaner and easier. That is why this was done. We cannot at this point force you to do anything, but it just makes sense to not have the wild, wild west at this juncture. So what he's saying is that people don't want to sign up under their uplines. So what he's saying is that, well, what Michelle is saying is true. We haven't purchased the genealogy, but it will make it easier for us if you just pretend like we did. Otherwise, it's going to be the wild, wild west out there. And like my colleague Michelle, I'm going to blame you for the problem. For this miraculous company that has somehow managed to limp along for 28 years. This leadership at the helm. Oh my God. I see that it's like crashing into the rocks at some point. He has said that they have not purchased the genealogy, but yet there's something wrong with you for not making it easier for them because it's just going to be the wild, wild west. That's not my problem, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm just a lowly person wanting to sign up for a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. I want to try these products. I think I'd like to cure my cancer and ensure that I don't have a birth defect because we all know it has nothing to do with genetics. It just has everything to do with the mother and the grandmother's mineral deficiencies, right? That's what I really want to get my hands on. Now, why do I got to worry about running your company because you can't get your poop in a group enough to make sure that I just get enrolled? And you want to make sure you keep me in some line of some company that went bankrupt here in Canada. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Well, that's because it is. Oh, those Canadians, I heard they were really kind. I don't think I want to deal with them anymore. Okay. Then this person responds, this is why many will not join. We don't want to be under former uplines. We want to choose our upline as we did when we joined Epicure. This makes sense. So multi-level marketing doesn't make sense, but this person is critically thinking. They're like, you have just said you haven't purchased the genealogy. You honor the tree. You see the terminology that they use? Like, it must be sacred. They even use the word sacred. We don't want to disrupt that. Well, we haven't purchased it. It would be easier if it does happen and then we do this. It seems to me like you want to coerce everybody to moving into your multi-level marketing company without having to actually acquire and purchase that genealogy. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like to me you're trying to subvert that process and just get them into line and then make a disclaimer saying, well, we didn't force anybody. Meanwhile, you've had all this other manipulation, behavior, information, thought, emotional control that has gone on. Who knows in various Facebook groups, how many other Facebook groups are there? How many of these other Epicure leaders that have been recruited into Youngevity that are disseminating false information, knowingly doing so? And then just this one example of this one group, Epicure bankruptcy, and then they've moved people into here, into this other little group. This is how this company does business. This is absurd. I mean, things must be, they're either really good where they have all this free time to do something, or they must be so absolutely desperate that this is the lengths that they're going to just try to get anybody into this thing, to try to purchase anything from this company. And now this person says 100% why I won't join, because of what was said and how we had to join under our previous leadership. So again, people want to join this company and it doesn't even have Epicure stuff in it. They were in Epicure and they're, I don't want to say so easily manipulated, but I mean, that is what's going on because you're still in one MLM. You haven't realized it's an MLM, you know, what they are, and you're just going into another one. There's no promise that they're even going to have products that are like Epicure, but they are willingly going into Youngevity. And the only thing that's holding them back is that they don't want to sign up under their uplines. And then you have these people in Youngevity that I think need customers are like, nope. It's going to make it like the wild, wild west out there. And then this person responds, I was never under this new Youngevity leadership in Epicure. And quite frankly, I'm watching her promote Epicure 2.0 to the public, acting like it's a done deal. I want my team who, quote, chose, end quote, to come with me under someone who is forthright, sharing what is true and supporting their lineage below. That is what leadership has meant in my 28 plus years in 3 long-term direct sales. cut careers. Oh, yeah. We have not promoted anything to our customers as yet, as what we are being shown as a quote, done deal, quote, end quote, seems to come across as desperation. That's insightful. That is what is being modeled to our teams. We want to portray what is right and true to our customer bases without jeopardizing customer confidence. Many of us have long-term business relationships with our customers. Please take my honesty and comments in the spirit in which it is intended. Looking forward to moving forward should the bid go through. Excellent comment. This person is, they're deep in multi-level marketing. They like their customers. They think that they can do it right. They think there's a right way to do multi-level marketing. And this is, if multi-level marketing was legitimate, this comment, it's spot on. It's not unreasonable. It's none of these people saying these things, it's like out of this world. This should just be common sense. These people running these companies should be able to answer them. Like, it's not, please take my honesty in the spirit. It's like apologizing for pointing out the obvious. These distributors, consultants, customers, ultimately as their customers, they're behaving more professionally than the co-founders of this company. They're actually doing a better job than Michelle is. It's nuts. All right. This person says, cleaner and easier money in directors' pockets, many of whom did zero to help those below them. What company lets you join them and start at the top? What's going on here? Ooh, good comment. And what's interesting to me is, when you see some multi-level marketing companies, when a leader goes and then they take their downline with them, EPICURE went bankrupt and it took a lot of people by surprise. There's not that love for the upline that you see in a lot of other multi-level marketing companies. People want to get the hell away from their uplines in EPICURE. There's probably some major drama stuff going on there in the background. All right. Now, so this person says, Sean Brown, what does it matter to you who us, quote, little people, end quote, join under? All this does is keep money in the directors' pockets who don't deserve the lineage, literally driven to them. Why would you let anyone come into your company and start ahead of everyone else? Just given a downline. Everyone should have an equal playing field and start at the bottom. And she's right there. She's right there. I hope you get out. This happens in every multi-level marketing company. When you see people, I did a video about Justin Prince wrote a playbook on this. This happens. This is common. And this is something that I believed didn't happen. I didn't even know it existed. Bridge contracts, even look that up, bridge contracts. This is common in multi-level marketing companies. I believed that it was this incredible, beautiful industry that everybody started at the bottom. It was a level playing field. It was just about your effort and how much you believed in yourself, being consistent, and the only way to lose was to quit. I believed all of it because I didn't know that unfair advantages were built into the already unfair system, the deception, the fraud. Just there's layers of fraud within the fraud. A bridge contract are people that are given money. They'll give you $300,000 if you come over here to make wellness. And if you rank up to whatever their circle sales director is in 11 months, you're going to be able to keep that bonus and all these other bonuses as well. And here's a playbook to describe exactly how to leave your multi-level marketing company right now. Make sure you start, disengaging, however many months in advance, and just act like everything is normal. And then on Friday at 4:57 p.m. Eastern time, send the resignation email into your company. And then these are the steps that you do. Do the live video saying things like this, boop, 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 A, B, C, D. He has it spelled out in a playbook, which was given to me from a participant that had this. And I've made a piece of content on this. This is common. There's unfair advantages already. People are already starting at the top all the time. So they could have a team from one multi-level marketing company, and then they go to another and they literally bring their whole team with them. And you're not taught that in multi-level marketing. The whole premise is that it's a level playing field. That stuff doesn't happen. And you'll see, once you start to see this play out, you'll start to talk to other people, say, yeah, but this is happening. This isn't right. And you'll see someone do a 180-degree turn away from you and call you a hater and say, yeah, but they probably deserve it. They will do so much mental gymnastics to try to explain away that it's still a level playing field. Even though it's not a level playing field, it's still a level playing field. It's like sparks will be flying in their brain. The gears will be grinding. Their teeth will feel them smiling. They won't have a clue what they're saying, but all they'll know is that you're making them really uncomfortable by pointing out the truth, and they're just not ready to understand it yet. It's frustrating as, but this person has hit the nail on the head. It's supposed to be a level playing field, and it's not. It never has been. It never is in any MLM. And that'll be the first trapdoor that opens up underneath you as you start falling into space. Like, oh, I'm like waking up from MLM. You're like, wait, this isn't just this company? Nope. It's all of them. Good to see these people thinking, though. Sean responds, we don't see you as little people or others as more important. At the end of the day, we can't force you to do anything. We are just trying to do our best to make things smooth and simple. Everyone does start from scratch. That's not true. The same principle that would make us map your customers to you if we get to import the genealogy is the same principle we are trying to honor with uplines. Of course, at the end of the day, it is up to you. Sorry if you feel forced. Definitely not our intent. And then this person says, Sean Brown, that's exactly the problem. The quote, genealogy, end quote, shouldn't be, quote, honored, end quote. Everyone should start at the bottom, and it should be up to each individual who decides to join, to choose to sign up under whoever they want. Nobody should be automatically, quote, assigned, end quote, to anyone. This is supposed to be a new business, a new opportunity for everyone to navigate. Setting up the EPICURE upper directors to continue their success from that company to your company is in no way an equal playing field. Again, you're going to see many people angry about this because those UDs have already made a lot of money off their previous downlines without actually doing a damn thing to support them. Who wants to continue into a new opportunity that way? That's not a new opportunity. That's more of the same BS. Hello, excuse me. Are you a new anti-MLM content creator? Because I'm really pleased to meet you. My name is Julie, and you have said succinctly in that paragraph something that I have been struggling to say with for the last 3 years. I think this person is still an MLM and has said it better than I have ever had. Wow. Awesome. Right there. And look at somebody's like, amen to that. Exactly. Okay, this person says, Sean Brown, I don't understand why you keep saying these things. If people are clearly coming to you with problems of not wanting to be under their former leader, then why is it such an issue for you? Listening and hearing would be on your being interest, no? That's what I've got. I took a lot more screenshots. I was taking them on my phone because you never know when comments might disappear or I might be blocked from a group, even though it might be public. And as I started to go through them, I just thought I need to pick something to tell a story here. And I wanted to focus on the people who are running this multi-level marketing company. It's easy to focus on the victims and a lot of the claims they make. I've made content on that as well. But I really like to expose the people who run these things, the people who are behind them, because they rarely are in the spotlight. And they're the ones that are responsible for conning people, for manipulating people, for running these scams. And they get away with it. Their behavior is atrocious. They say so many inaccurate things. They purposefully mislead people, calculated deception in order to recruit people into their things. And they usually just get away with it. Nobody knows what's going on. It's usually going on in private Zoom calls, private Facebook groups. Every once in a while, they make a mistake. And I'm very happy to have seen this happen here in this EPICURE bankruptcy group, and then the corresponding other whatever weird blend hybrid they've got of Youngevity, the YGY. It's like you're flying in from outer space and you land at the terminal YGY. Where have I landed? Why, God, why am I here? That's what everybody in Youngevity is saying. Everybody that was in EPICURE, they land on that airplane, they get off. I'm like, you must disembark. I'm like, I need to go back. Get me the hell out of here. This place is nuts. That's it. We got through this video. This was a doozy. Maybe you watch this in a number of parts just through your day as you're cleaning the toilet and you had my voice in your ear. I hope you got to scrub it really good and I managed to contribute to that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you to every single anti-MLM content out there. However you create content, it's helping people. It's getting through. The amount of people that you have subscribed to you or following you on whatever social media platform is irrelevant. You're helping people and you know it. And if you haven't been told that yet or haven't heard it recently, thank you so much. Your work is so important, and I know it can take an emotional toll dealing with so many wahoos out there that come after you. We all have different boundaries set on how we deal with them. I don't fuck around. I just delete it. I don't have time. I got too much love in my heart for the victims that I want to help. If you have been in multi-level marketing, you're on your way out. Maybe you're working on your exit strategy and you manage to somehow just like white knuckle and gnash your teeth through this video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. There is nothing wrong with your mindset. There never was. You know, being told that you're less than, that you need to behave in a certain way. It takes time to shed that and to really find your way back to yourself. You've been there this whole time. There is nothing wrong with you. You are enough. You are worthy. I'm so happy that you watched this video. This was a mess. Welcome to the chaos. I'll see you in my next video.